Greetings, Pilgrim. It's Will from StormTheCastle.com, and you are watching the Sense of Wonder YouTube channel. Let's take a walk in the library because I've got a book/video to show you today. And this one's a wonderful one. I took a trip to Santa Fe, New Mexico, here in America, and I went to a place called the Loretto Chapel, which has something called the Miraculous Stairway. I'm going to show it to you, show you some pictures, a little bit of Santa Fe, and enjoy. So we're going to be, in this video, we traveled to the beautiful state of New Mexico, and the Loretto Chapel is in a city called Santa Fe, which is a little bit north of Albuquerque. I had been to Albuquerque before on my trip around America, so I flew into the airport in Albuquerque and then took a transportation service to Santa Fe where my motel was. But I wanted to say a couple of things about Santa Fe. It is a beautiful, beautiful city. One of the most beautiful cities in America. The second most beautiful city in America, according to Condé Nast magazine, which is a great magazine. But I also wanted to say my observation, I was thinking about this as I was walking around the city, that in most of the world, I guess, or in America, houses are built on land. They're placed on the land. But in Santa Fe and probably other places in New Mexico and Arizona and whatnot, the houses spring up out of the land. It's like they're part of the earth. Those adobe structures are just wonderful. I think I showed you a picture there of one. So let's, I visited, I'm going to be doing more videos. I actually visited, let me think, a cathedral, a couple of chapels and a church, and several museums in Santa Fe. I'll be doing some videos on all of those. And so here is the Loretto Chapel, and of course they had a beautiful festival outside. Here's the front of it. It's unpresupposing. It's not a big chapel, and I'm going to actually, if you're not familiar with the story of the Miraculous Stairway, there's been a couple of movies made about it, and I'm going to read you the official statement from the Loretto Chapel organization about the story of this stairway. So let's go inside. We'll take a look at one more picture, a little bit of video of the outside, and then we'll go inside and I'll tell you a little bit about it. And at the end of this video, we'll look at a couple of pictures of the stairway, and we're going to look at a picture of a stairway that's quite different in another chapel there in Santa Fe. I think you'll get a kick out of that. So it was a beautiful day in Santa Fe. So let me read you the official statement about this chapel and the stairway. Constructed in 1873, the Loretto Chapel was commissioned by the Sisters of Loretto as a private chapel for their school for girls. Patterned after Saint Chapelle in Paris, the chapel is believed to be the first Gothic structure west of the Mississippi and would have stood out among the one-story adobe structures of the time. As the chapel was nearing completion, and this is where the mystery comes in, the sisters were left with no plans for access to the choir loft 20 feet above. Unable to find a solution, the sisters prayed a 9-day novena to their patron, St. Joseph, who also happens to be the patron of carpenters. As legend has it, on the final day of the novena, a carpenter appeared carrying only a carpenter's square, a saw, and a hammer. He provided his own wood of unknown origin and used tubs of hot water in which to soak and shape it. Upon completion of the stairway, the carpenter disappeared without payment or any account owing for supplies. The quote-unquote miraculous stairway is made entirely of the carpenter's wood, the subspecies of which is not found anywhere else on Earth, has two 360-degree turns, has no center support, and rests entirely on its final tread. It has 33 steps and was originally built without a railing. While we still do not know who built it, how it stands, nor where the wood came from, the stairway in the Loretto Chapel stands as a testament to faith, creativity, ingenuity, and the power of prayer. Isn't that wonderful? So I really was struck by it. The stairway is quite beautiful. And I also have, and I'll be putting on the website, pictures of all those stained glass windows, because you know I'm kind of a stained glass window guy, right? So on my website, I'll have more about this chapel, some pictures on this video, and some other stuff. So that's the stairway right there. Isn't that beautiful? It is quite beautiful. And it was built without the railing. So let's take a look at a few pictures here. Because I've watched other stuff, and nobody seems to ever get close to it to get close-up pictures of the wood and the structure and whatnot. So I wanted to do that. I wanted to get some good close-up pictures so we could really get a look at how beautiful it is. I would imagine it's quite a lot of work to curve that wood like that. And I like this picture because of the stained glass window shining on it. And there's the other chapel. There's another chapel there in Santa Fe, and there's another staircase that's quite a bit different than this one. It's a geometrical spiral. So one last look inside here. Oh no, this is the wrong. Oh yeah, that's it. I'm sorry. There we go. One last look. But like I said, I visited multiple places in Santa Fe and really enjoyed my stay. I really was quite surprised by how much I love Santa Fe. Although it is expensive. I did get one point, I ate at a 7-Eleven near my motel. I stayed in the Motel 6, ate at 7-Eleven, except for one meal I had downtown. It was a delicious grilled cheese sandwich with tomato bisque, and it cost me $38. I was like, oh, I can't do this. So I ate all of my other meals, and I stopped in a cheese shop too, which I really enjoyed. But I lit a couple of candles there in memory of people in my life at the Loretto Chapel. I was quite pleased with that. But yeah, so anyway, but Santa Fe, while expensive, is beautiful. I roamed around the city a lot. I spent 2 days just walking the city, visiting the various sites, including museums, and like the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum I went to, and a couple of other museums. Well, thanks for watching. This is the end of this video. Let's do the outro.